Hey everyone. Sounds like you're here because you're thinking about non-surgical vaginal tightening. And probably wondering am I a good candidate for this?
Yeah.
Well, good news. You're in the right place. Today we are taking a deep dive into this FAQ page directly from the Women's Health Clinic.
Oh, yeah. This one is great. Super informative.
Right, and the best part, it's been reviewed by a real expert.
For real, this Dr. Joe Daniel.
Exactly. He's registered with the General Medical Council.
That's the GMC, the big one over in the UK.
Yeah, so we know it's legit.
Oh, for sure. And not only that, but he specializes in pelvic floor issues.
Oh, wow.
Like even does reconstructive surgery down there.
So yeah, we are dealing with a real specialist.
Definitely. So what's the plan for this deep dive?
Well, by the end of this, you should know exactly who this procedure is for, if it might be right for you. And we'll touch on the good and the not so good.
Sounds good to me.
All right. So the FAQ page starts by describing the ideal candidate. You know, someone who's noticed things feeling a bit looser down there, which can happen for all sorts of reasons.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like childbirth, aging, hormones going crazy.
It's just life, you know?
It happens.
Mm-hmm.
But the key takeaway is that they're looking for a solution that doesn't involve surgery.
Right. They want something less invasive.
Which is where non-surgical tightening comes in.
Exactly. Although there's a bit of a catch.
Oh. A catch. Tell me more.
Well, even if you think this is so me,
Yeah.
good overall health is super important.
Oh, of course.
No active infections, obviously. And this isn't for anyone pregnant or breastfeeding.
Right. Because
And if you've got chronic conditions, those need to be under control.
makes sense. Got to make sure your body's ready to handle it.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like you wouldn't run a marathon with a sprained ankle.
Exactly.
But speaking of preparing yourself, the source really stresses realistic expectations.
Oh, absolutely.
This isn't about being perfect.
Right.
It's about feeling better.
Improvement. Yeah.
And it might take a few sections to get there.
More than one, most likely.
So no overnight miracles, huh?
Definitely not.
It's a journey.
That's a great way to put it.
A journey to feeling better.
I like it.
But we also need to talk about who this isn't right for.
Oh, right. Yeah. There are definitely some folks who shouldn't do this.
All right, so we've talked about who this treatment might be good for, but I'm curious, how does this non-surgical tightening thing actually work? The source mentions it's minimally invasive, but what does that even mean?
Right. Like, what are we actually talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, so instead of traditional surgery, with scalpels and stitches, this uses what are called energy-based technologies.
Oh, wow. Fancy.
Oh, okay.
Like lasers?
Lasers, yeah. Or radio frequency devices.
Whoa. Energy beams.
Pretty much.
Sounds kind of sci-fi.
I know, right?
So what do those energy beams actually do?
Well, they target collagen production in the
Awesome.
vaginal tissues.
Oh, collagen. The stuff that keeps everything firm and youthful.
Exactly.
I try to boost that everywhere.
Uh-huh.
So how does it work down there?
So basically, the energy gently heats the tissues, which stimulates the cells to produce more collagen.
So it's like a wake-up call for the cells.
Yeah, encouraging them to rebuild and rejuvenate.
Interesting. So it's not just tightening, it's like a whole rejuvenation process.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool. And that's what leads to those other benefits the source mentioned,
Okay.
like improved moisture and sensation.
Yep, increased collagen can help with all that.
Wow. That's like a ripple effect.
Exactly. Lots of positive changes.
Okay, so no cutting, just energy beams and collagen. Sounds
Yeah.
pretty straightforward. But let's be real, no one wants to be in pain. What's the treatment actually like?
From what the source says and what I've read, most people just report a warming sensation
Oh, okay.
or tingling.
So not like super painful.
No, the discomfort is usually pretty minimal.
That's good. But still, no one wants to be uncomfortable. What about recovery? Do I need to take time off work?
That's one of the best things about going non-surgical. There's very little downtime.
Oh, nice.
You might have some mild swelling or tenderness,
For how long?
maybe a day or two,
That's not bad.
and most people can go back to their normal routine pretty quickly.
So no need to clear the schedule.
Nope.
That's a big plus.
Definitely.
But I imagine the results aren't instant.
Yeah,
Right?
right. You have to be patient.
How long does it take?
Think of it like a factory, slowly ramping up production.
Okay.
Collagen takes time to rebuild.
I see.
You'll probably see gradual improvement over several weeks, maybe even months.
Oh, wow.
And like we said before, you might need more than one session to see optimal results.
Got it. So it's a process, not an overnight fix.
Exactly.
But speaking of results, let's talk about the benefits.
Yeah.
The source seems pretty excited about the potential impact.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Aside from the tightness,
Right.
they mention improved sexual satisfaction
Yes.
and a reduction in mild incontinence.
Also true.
And even like a boost in self-confidence.
That too. It can really improve your overall well-being.
Wow, it does all that.
It can, yeah.
That's amazing. It sounds like it can really change your quality of life,
For sure.
addressing both physical and emotional stuff.
Exactly. It's all about feeling more comfortable and confident.
I love that. More empowered.
Absolutely.
That's powerful.
It is.
But let's be real for a sec. Every procedure has downsides.
It's true.
So we got to talk about the risks too.
Of course.
Got to be aware of both sides.
Absolutely.
So what are the risks with this? The source doesn't go into much detail.
Yeah, they keep it pretty high level.
But I'm sure there are some things to keep in mind.
Oh, for sure.
Like what? What should people be aware of?
Well, some potential side effects could be swelling or discomfort, redness.
In the treated area?
Yeah.
Okay.
And in very rare cases, there could be more serious complications.
Oh,
So it's really important to talk to a doctor.
during a consultation
Yeah,
to go over all that.
exactly.
And that's why a consultation is so important.
Couldn't agree more.
It's not just about being a good candidate.
Hmm.
It's about understanding the risks.
And making sure you're okay with them.
Right. Informed consent.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've covered the how of this treatment.
The tech, the process.
The good and the bad.
It's been a fascinating deep dive so far.
It really has. Lots to think about.
Definitely. And we've only just scratched the surface.
All right, we're back. Ready for the final part of our deep dive into non-surgical vaginal tightening.
I am. We've learned so much already. About who it's for, what happens during the treatment, even the pros and cons.
We really have, but before we wrap up, there's one more thing we got to talk about.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
Finding the right provider.
Oh, yeah. That's super important.
It really is. It's not just about finding someone who offers the treatment.
Right.
It's about finding someone qualified and experienced.
And trustworthy.
Exactly. Someone with a good reputation.
Yeah, you want to feel totally comfortable.
Absolutely.
But finding the right doctor for something this personal, it can be tough.
It can be. Yeah,
So any tips on how to go about that?
definitely. First, do your research.
Research. Okay.
Read reviews.
Got it.
Check their credential.
Okay. Check credentials
And don't be afraid to ask questions. Oh, yeah. Good point.
during your consultation.
Ask all the questions.
Exactly. It's your right to be informed.
Definitely. And speaking of questions, I'm sure people have some common concerns about this treatment.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What do you hear the most?
Well, some people worry about the pain.
Right. Makes sense.
But like we said before, most people describe it as just a warming or tingling feeling.
And minimal discomfort.
Exactly.
That's good to know. Another one is probably permanence.
Oh, yeah. That comes up a lot.
Do the results last forever? Or is this something you need to keep up with?
It's a good question. And it's important to be realistic.
Realistic.
It can last a long time,
Yeah.
but it's not a permanent fix.
Oh, right.
Our bodies change over time. Collagen production slows down,
Makes sense.
so you might need touch-ups to maintain the results.
Like maintenance sessions?
Exactly.
So it's like anything else you invest in. Got to keep it up.
Pretty much.
Here's another question I bet people are wondering about. Does this treatment affect your ability to have kids?
Oh, that's a really important one, especially if you're thinking about starting a family.
Yeah, exactly.
But the good news is, non-surgical tightening doesn't usually impact fertility at all.
Oh, that's a relief.
It focuses on the vaginal tissues, not the reproductive organs.
Got it. Okay, so we've covered some big concerns. Now let's summarize. What are the key takeaways here?
All right, well, first, knowledge is power.
Love that.
You've learned a lot about this treatment today, so you can make informed decisions about your own body.
Exactly. You've got the knowledge to make choices that feel right for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And second, don't underestimate a good consultation.
Oh, yeah, that's so important.
It's your chance to talk to a professional.
One-on-one.
Yeah, and address your specific concern.
And get personalized advice.
Exactly.
And lastly, this is just the beginning.
Right. There's so much more to learn.
So keep researching. Check out those resources we mentioned.
And most importantly, talk to a doctor you trust.
Couldn't agree more.
Each person is different.
No one-size-fits-all approach.
Nope.
Well, we hope this deep dive has been helpful. We hope you feel more confident and empowered.
To take charge of your own health.
Make choices that align with your goals.
It's been great chatting with you all. And remember, knowledge is the first step.
To a healthier and more confident you.
See you next time.
Bye, everyone.